Today we're tuning this C3 Corvette with a supercharged small block in it. It's got a BDS, I believe it's a 671 on it. A pair of Edelbrock carbs, couple other odds and ends. Got some purple flames on it. Old school kind of hot rod. Check it out. All right, here's this vet. This is a C3. I'm a big fan of the C2s. C3s are okay. The C4s I'm not a fan of. I don't think a lot of people are actually, but check out the flame work on this thing. The paint work on this thing's nice. It's got the old side pipes on it for a little touch. It's definitely a old school hot rod to today's standards. I don't know my old school roots that well by visual. I don't know if it's an 8 or a 671. I'm gonna guess it's a 671. Yeah, anyway, it's underdriven a bit. Goal here isn't to make a lot of power, it's just to make the thing drivable. Again, it is just mostly this thing's just a street rod, so it's definitely a neat looking deal here though. The Edelbrock carbs present a little bit of a challenge in this application. They've got a metering rod with an enrichment circuit that's controlled by a spring, and then on the secondary side it's just got a jet. A little bit, just different way to do things, which is fine. But I'm going to dive into this thing, get the idle mixture screws all set up and a base set up for ignition timing, and make some power hits and see what we can make with it. All right, since this is an Edelbrock carbureted deal here, I thought I'd take a second and show you guys. One of the things that's kind of unique to the Edelbrock stuff is this. Can't really see it. I'll try to show it against the body. This is your metering rod. You see the end of it's tapered there. It's got this deal here, a little spring that holds it in place. That goes under this thing. You can loosen that up, that flap over that. Basically, that's literally just to hold down. There's a spring in here. You can adjust the spring for opening rate, and then these have different sizes. So there's the major diameter and the minor diameter there. Now the major diameter is cruising, part throttle stuff, and the minor diameter is wide open throttle. So you can essentially change the fuel curve completely by changing these metering rods. They come in multiple different sizes. And then you can change what if this is open at cruise, not open at cruise, or whatever by changing the spring rate. So I thought I would just show you guys that in the middle of this. Another cool thing, I'm changing just with the hood closed, so nothing wrong with that. But yep, thought you'd think that was cool. So it made 306 foot-pounds of torque, 318 horsepower, made peak power about 5,700. So this thing's got a pretty loose converter in it. By pretty loose, I mean it's flashing to right about 4,800, 5,000 pretty much every hit. So that's part of why that power number is low. It's only making 6 or 7 pounds. Again, the goal here is really not to be fast, it's just to look fast, right? It does that very well. Thing isn't really my style, my cup of tea. I'm more of into a sleeper look, or I see a car like this, it needs to make you know, 700 wheel to be cool, right? But in my book, but everybody's got their own thing. I think it is a very well done hot rod, and it will do what the owner wants very well. So I'm gonna get this thing off of here in a second and move on to the next project. I'm gonna show you guys the inside of this thing quick, because I didn't in the beginning. It's just very much old school Corvette. And one thing I do like about it a lot is I like the gauges on the back of the blower. I think that's a cool touch. Yeah, that's it for this thing. I'm gonna roll it off of here and move on to the next one.